Hello everyone. Today I want to share with you, so every now and then you get a patient where, I don't want to call them spoiled patients, but patients who has been treated differently with their previous dentist. So let's say they have a dentist or they had a dentist they have been seeing for 10 years and now they moved down to your clinic. But the previous dentist didn't have a lot of boundaries. So for example, we'll book the patient in their lunch break if they are fully booked, or get them after 5 p.m., or stay late to see patients, even for non-urgent care. And those patients are used to this kind of treatment, and now they are in your clinic expecting the same, and how can you manage them, and how can you treat them as well? And why you shouldn't be doing that from the beginning. So let's talk about that in this video. But first, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I run my own dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Harvey Bay in Queensland. I took from 1 chair to 10 chairs, from 3 staff members to close to 40 staff members. And you can check my details below for credibility. So I had a situation where, for example, you have a patient and this patient is a new patient and they tell you, I want to get this filling done, and you say, look, it's no problem at all. I'm fully booked in the next 4 weeks, or I can see you next month at 2 p.m. Oh, but can you see me in your lunch break or something? Because my dentist used to do that. If I really need to see them, they will get me on in their lunch break, or they will stay late. Can you stay late for me and see me? And if you say, look, I'm really sorry, I can't do that, they start getting upset, how come, what my dentist used to do that? Now, how can you manage that? Number one, please understand, I believe it's not the patient's fault. It is their previous dentist's fault, who really set some unrealistic expectations. And now, it's not very common that dentists do that, but some will do that, and now you have to deal with this unrealistic expectations. So unfortunately, they have been used to this kind of treatment, and they believe if you don't provide this extra service for them, you're not as good as their previous dentist. Number one, never do that in general. You gotta respect your time. So make sure you get your lunch breaks. Make sure you finish on time at the end of the day. Number one, first, because your staff also have a life to live. They have appointments in their lunch breaks. They want to switch off. They want to relax. They want to rest. And also after 5 p.m., they might have children they want to pick up from school. They might have partners waiting for them at home for dinners. They have to go to the gym. They have to enjoy their life as well. If you have the habit of running late and staying late for patients and staying on the lunch break for your patient, thinking you're doing something nice to your patients, number one, you will lose staff. Your staff will probably resent working for you. You will start to get burnt out. You start getting really tired of doing dentistry. And then when you get tired, you probably won't be able to serve those patients anymore, so you haven't done them really a huge favor. So if I have a patient like that, I will just have to have a realistic talk with them, and hopefully they can change their mind. Look, I will acknowledge what happens. Look, I completely understand your dentist used to do that. And maybe they believe they're doing the right thing by you, and maybe you appreciated that. But probably the way I see it, if I start doing that, if I start staying late for you or other patients, or staying at my lunch hours to see your other patients, probably I will get tired from doing dentistry. I won't have a time to rest and have a break. My staff will not have a rest and break. They will have to be late for their family and their whatever happening in their life. You wouldn't be happy for us to go through all of that just to do something that's not urgent for you. So I'm really sorry, I can't do that. I wish I can do what your dentist did, but I know if I start doing that, I will probably lose a lot of staff. I will probably lose interest in doing dentistry in the long term. I will burn out. I'll be very tired and exhausted mentally as well, and physically. I wouldn't be able to serve you better as well. I wouldn't be able to give you the best service that you expect from me. So I'm really sorry I can't do it for you, and please let me know if that's okay with you or not. Now, 2 things. If you're really honest and sincere and genuine about that to your patient, they might change their mind. They might realize maybe they're right. Maybe my previous dentist used to be very resentful when they saw me after hours. Yes, they saw me after hours, but they were rushing. They were really abrupt with their staff. Their staff were not happy, huffing and puffing and doing all these noises in the background. Maybe it's right. Maybe it's not urgent. Maybe I can wait. Or they might be really difficult patients. Say, look, you know what? No, I don't care. I don't like that. And maybe they're not the right patient to be in your practice. And luckily, they are a minority. You won't get those patients a lot. You only get few in a year. But that's how I would manage them. I'll be very honest and frank with them about my situation, and then see if they would change their mind and their expectations or not. Then see if they're going to be a good fit or not. If you find this information helpful, make sure to like it and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you want to hear more about my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified when more videos are released. Thank you so much for listening to me.